Boston Imam, America is a terrible place, unlike Sudan and Afghanistan. Abdullah Faruq is the Imam of Mosque Praise Allah in Boston, and while one would think that a man who has dedicated his life to spiritual pursuits and has a congregation to which he can minister would be at peace and content with his existence, Abdullah Faruq is not a happy man. He lives in the United States of America, you see, and while millions of his co-religionists would happily cross our porous southern border and throw themselves upon the tender mercies of old Joe Biden's handlers in order to get here, and many are actually doing so, Abdullah Faruq is not pleased to be in what was once known as the land of the free and the home of the brave. He would rather be any number of other places, where Allah's sun shines on those who conform their behavior to his immutable and ineffable will. In a Friday sermon at the Islamic Society of Boston, which is actually in Cambridge, Mass., on March the 18th, the good Imam lamented, "We are in America. We are not in Sudan. We are not in Afghanistan." Now most people around the world would take that as a plus, including many who are in Sudan and Afghanistan, neither of which have any problems with illegal immigration, but Abdullah Faruq was approaching the issue from the standpoint of Islamic piety. He continued, "We are not in places where women have the sense to cover themselves. We are not in Egypt, Morocco, Pakistan, India. We are in a land where disobedience to Almighty God is what is the norm. Disobedience is normal." Well, yes. If that's your standard, then yes, the number of people for whom obedience to Allah is the highest priority is not yet approaching a majority in the United States. And Abdullah Faruq is not at all happy about that. He continues, "Perversity is average, men can marry men, women can marry men." Oh yeah, that's true, women can marry men. That's good, Allah be praised. Women can marry women. This is a land in which anything is possible. If you don't like your gender, you can change it, you can chop it off, put it on. You could do anything you want. This is a terrible place. Faruq is angry because of America's libertinism. He doesn't mention, of course, that the supposed piety of Islamic lands is actually coercion and fear. People don't behave the way many do in America not because they are more righteous than Americans, but because they are more afraid than Americans, and with good reason.